Hey everybody, welcome to VHS Bandits. This week we watched Heavyweights. Let's pop in the tape.
Food! Pull over! Yeah, I'm starving!
Far from the everyday world, there is a place where big
Congratulations, Mr. Sims. You are the fattest boy in camp.
is beautiful
Chipmunks! Down low!
and thin isn't it.
This is definitely not sanitary.
For Jerry and his friends, it was a dream come true. Until the new owner
That is out of here, mister!
Oh no.
turned it into a nightmare.
Lunch has been canceled today due to lack of hustle.
Now, after 6 weeks of frustration,
Then we're gonna climb that 1,000-foot rock face over there.
starvation,
There isn't a gummy bear left in this entire camp.
and humiliation,
Nice swing, you fat tubbo.
Everyone having fun?
Jerry's out to do something far more important than lose a few pounds.
I have a plan.
He's out to gain respect.
What is going on?
You can't kidnap the owner of a camp!
Welcome to the annual Apache Relay.
We're as good as anybody. And it's about time we started acting that way.
Take him down, Cappy.
Walt Disney Pictures presents a comedy for every kid.
Tell me the artist and title, please.
Cher?
Da Vinci's Mona Lisa.
Tired of taking it.
I'm so slow. It would have been cool to go fast.
And ready to dish it out. Heavyweights.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome again. I am the KevBot. With me as always is...
Dane Train.
And...
Topher Hansen.
And our very special guest...
Tapes of Wrath.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We
Not too
got
much.
Instagram Fanaroonie over here. Tapes of Wrath with us today.
Yeah, very, very
I like how we say
special.
what's going on, even though we literally just spent the last... We know exactly what's been going on. We watched the movie together for the last hour and a half.
Well, hey,
One of those
you gotta
things
be
when someone-
formal.
Yeah, when you answer something, you're just so used to saying it.
It's like, good
Yeah.
morning, I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah.
Good day to you. Hello. So we watched Heavyweights. This is going to be like our last episode
What?
of summer camp movies. Summer-themed movies.
KevBot's
He
quitting.
cuts off right
Yeah. This is our last episode. Good night.
This was a long time coming, too.
Yes.
So,
I know,
'cause
right?
Tapes of Wrath and we've been talking about hooking up to do this movie for a long time. And finally,
Yeah.
we're here.
Finally, we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
real
guys.
quick, is it okay if we call you Michael? Mike? Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
for sure. No, Michael.
Tapes, Wrath, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Cool.
Michael's
Anyway.
good.
Okay. So Michael, I don't know if you just want to introduce yourself really quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Feel free to plug anything you want.
Yeah, my name's Michael. I initially started Tapes of Wrath with a buddy of mine, Brian. We go tape hunting all the time, and we figured we started following all these guys who were collecting, and then people started trading. It was one of those things that just never really, it was never really a thing that we thought about doing. We just started collecting them, and we're like, oh, this could be pretty fun. And then we started Tapes of Wrath, and yeah, from there, meeting so many people who do the same kind of thing I do is awesome.
Nice.
Awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
and I've been
Yeah, we feel you.
I've been collecting movies for a while. I had a few VHS, and then kind of got rid of a whole bunch. Then had a huge DVD collection, and then all of a sudden, like, got back into VHS just for like nostalgia reasons. And it's just like we found like just gold mine after gold mine. We just kept going and going. It's just been fun.
Awesome.
What's your
Nice.
favorite tape that you own?
I have a screener copy of What About Bob?
That's
all
an
right.
excellent choice.
What's
I just
your
watched
favorite?
that not too long ago. It's a dope movie.
What's your favorite genre? I guess if you have one.
Oh man, it's like in between like that campy like creature slasher horror and like
and Richard
screwball
Dreyfuss comedies.
from, like, exactly. They got a special case.
You'll have
like,
to
glass.
do Trippendorf's Tribe with us sometime.
Oh yes. I don't know if I have that. I'm gonna have to
Dorf
find that one.
episode.
I've got it. Don't worry. I got you covered.
So, dude, you got the friggin' Tony Perkins shirt on today. It's perfect.
Yeah, no, I had to.
So,
like, no, this is it. I have to do
it. So finally, here we are. It's the end of summer, and it's time to get into shape with Tony Perkins. So, so let's get into heavyweights.
Do you have the box?
Did Michael, did you request this specifically? You wanted to do the episode with us, or how do we decide this?
I think we kind of we were talking about it and kind of decided like that would be kind of a fun movie to do, just because we're all pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
So this copy I got right here, it's the old Disney '90s puffy white clam, and it's hilarious and filled with nonstop laughs, says a New York Newsday, from the creators of the Mighty Ducks. And on the cover you got 4 of the main kids, and they're holding a big giant grinder with what appears to be Lars wearing like a Boy Scout outfit in the middle of the sandwich. It looks like it's like, you know, when Burger King made that like long hamburger, that's what it is. It's like the Burger King extra long hamburger.
Ugh.
And on the back, it's no holds barred fun, says the New York Times. They came, they saw, they conquered, and consumed. What a nice fat tagline that is. So on the back you got, you know, pictures of all the kids and the go-karts, and it says, from the creator of the Mighty Ducks comes Heavyweights, a comedy of enormous proportions. It's the hilarious story of a group of underdog kids who discover their beloved summer camp has been sold to a crazy fitness fanatic who's determined to make their lives miserable. The new owner plans to keep the boys huffing and puffing, but these hungry kids have a plan of their own. They unite to turn
them hungry.
I know, everything is some kind of like
It's
fat.
just a fat joke. Just fat shaming 12-year-olds for an hour and a half.
Fat.
These fatty, fat, fucking fat kids.
That really should have been the whole back of the box. They unite to turn the tables, take back their woodsy hideaway, and challenge the rival camp to the most outrageous summer games of all.
No.
You'll laugh out loud with these heavyweights. They're big, loud, and proud, and ready to win their way into your heart.
And by the way, they're fucking fat.
It should have been like, they'll feed you until they win your heart, something like that. Like,
yeah.
It's funny because like every photo on this doesn't make it look miserable at all.
Right? It looks like it's all about the Apache race or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all about that.
All of like
which is
9 minutes.
Yeah,
at best.
it's almost an afterthought. But
It is. It has nothing to do with the rest of the movie whatsoever.
Exactly.
They're just like, oh, we finished the movie. Here's some extra scenes.
It's not even the B storyline. It's like the C storyline.
Yeah, it's really not.
Like, one little quick note is that obviously this. I mean, when did this come out? 96, right? 95. And like they're all the kids on the cover are all wearing jean shorts that go like well below their knees. And it's
as
like,
we all did.
Yeah.
Like they're all wearing. They all got like Skechers on, and like I'm like that was me.
They're the
when I
S.
was that age.
It's like the two guys on the right, like their shoes have been like cut off, edited to where they're like super pointy. Like if Nike made like cowboy shoes.
Yeah. Like the lead kid on the far left, like his head is totally like glued on there. You know what I mean? It doesn't look right. It's like it just doesn't look right.
I wonder if they did that because they make fun of that like in the movie too.
I don't think there's any correlation to. That was not a conscious effort, I don't think, because it's on so many boxes.
Like, make us a box. What's it about? We'll send you some pictures.
Some fat kids eat a guy in a sandwich. Go.
Yeah.
The cover should have been like drawn or something like that, like meatballs or something.
Yeah.
But
If it was like an 80s drawn cover.
Those are great photo. Like, I love those covers.
And I love how like they're like in the clouds. Like there's no camp.
There's no ground.
There's no ground. They're standing on clouds.
They're fat kids. They want food. That's the movie.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
So what's this movie about? Fat kids.
That's all you gotta know.
But just know it's hilarious.
Funny fat kids.
They're hilarious fat kids.
Funny Fat Kids, the movie.
It's
Did they learn
basically
anything? Not really.
It's America's Funniest Home Videos, the movie.
Everybody's been going there for years, and they're still super uncoordinated
and fat.
And fat.
Yeah.
But I guess there's no money in the cure.
Yeah.
It's fat kid getaway camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's a place to
So
send the kids when the
fat away
camp.
camp too. Unhappy fatters.
It's not so much like a weight loss camp as it is.
It's a fat camp.
Yeah, it's literally just a fat person like community.
So speaking of gobbling down food, all of us had a little something different today.
Oh yeah. What do we have, guys?
So I had some McDonald's. What did you have?
I got some Wendy's. Been craving it, and I got way too much. Way too much.
What did you guys get?
I had fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
There you go. I got Burger King.
Yeah.
Filled up.
And you got a fucking taco for Burger
Yeah.
King, dude.
Yeah, that's so strange.
So the Burger King over here has like tacos that are basically like the ones that like Jack in the Box. They're just deep fried tacos. And I looked up the ingredients and it says like beef paste.
Oh no!
What the hell is beef paste?
I think it's just like taco meat, just like ground up so well, like into almost like a paste.
That it's in a tube.
It just comes out of
like a squeeze bottle,
yeah.
like a ketchup bottle.
And they're not bad, but yeah, it's And then I got rodeo cheeseburgers.
You ever see at McDonald's how they have like the condiment guns?
Yeah.
Where it's just like it looks like a caulking gun, but it squirts out special sauce.
I wonder
just
if you
imagine
can
that, but it's meat paste.
Yeah. Ugh. Just bring it out. It feels like it just always takes like 5 minutes for them to bring it out and just thaw it.
It's like those donut machines. You see the donut butthole just plop out the dough in the oil. It's the same thing, just a big blob of meat paste.
They're always just so angry every time I order it because they have to like make it right then and there. It's like, oh, okay, this guy again.
Jesus.
Like, get it ready.
You know what's
back.
You know what's really weird is how McDonald's does breakfast all day.
Yeah.
They McDonald's around me gets mad when I order it, like after 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Really?
Because it takes like 4 minutes. They're like,
heating it up.
You're gonna have to wait for the hash browns. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care. I ordered it.
It's like,
I want it.
I'll wait and I'll watch it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give me attitude just because you said you're serving it all day.
Burger King's the opposite. I went there like right before lunch started, which I think is 11, and I could hear whoever was in charge that today. I could just hear her yell. She's like, "We got like 15 more minutes until lunch." Yay!
No way.
I'm so excited to be done with breakfast.
Damn, Burger King breakfast is terrible.
Yeah. Oh, it's awful.
Hey, says you. Says you.
What do you mean?
awful
You
'cause I
like
know what's
Burger
gonna
King
happen.
breakfast?
Oh, I do like Burger King breakfast.
Oh, it
Call me
is
crazy.
so bad.
Do you guys ever order the rodeo cheeseburgers?
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
all
man,
the
off the
time.
dollar menu. They're so good. They give me the shits like you wouldn't believe.
I've
Worth
been eating
it.
it ever since Small Soldiers.
Small soldiers.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, man, dude,
I fall for marketing ploys. So
Dude, holy shit. That's I can't even that could totally brought me back to like that was the introduction of that.
yeah,
we talked about it.
Like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
sold for life. Like,
Wow.
this is me now.
Because they got the rodeo burger and they also got the rodeo chicken sandwich too.
You can order the rodeo cheeseburgers. I don't know if they still do it, but you can get it on that long bun.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, dude.
The 80s
Mars
long
bun?
butts.
I remember a couple of years ago, 80s long butts. I remember ordering
Should order
that.
it like that.
Can I get a rodeo burger on a long butt?
80s long butt?
Dude, I remember getting that fucking burger. I was like sick for like fucking 3 days. I was fucking farting up the storm, stinking up the house.
When
I'm like,
aren't
oh my
you?
god, I thought I was gonna die after I ate that.
I think my body just said, you know what? I think we're just gonna let him do it. Like those Halloween burgers.
Oh no,
dude!
God!
Did you ever see our video reviewing the black burger from Burger King?
I don't think I did. I think I missed that one.
Oh shit!
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
it might be on our Facebook page or something. You're gonna have to. Well, I have to send it to you.
God.
Okay.
It's fucking
These
gross.
are
It made my shit
disaster.
green.
It didn't do anything.
We'll review really any
Yeah,
kind
my
of,
friend called me. He's like, "It's green, man. It's green."
Yeah.
He sent you a picture.
Yeah.
It was all general consensus with us. Like, you're green? You're green?
Oh,
yeah,
you're green.
okay.
Oh yeah. Yep. We all took
Are
a
we all
shit
gonna
one
die?
at a time in the same toilet and one big mountain of green.
Just turn the lights out. It's just glowing.
Yeah.
Like that stuff.
There's your Halloween, right? That's your glow stick right there.
Happy
You
Halloween.
guys ever see
And some glow
Buzz Bucket?
sticks. No, I
Buzz
want
Bucket?
to. It's Mick Garris's first movie.
Yeah, it's like a little TV movie. It's like you can find it on DVD. I haven't found it on VHS or anything, but yeah, just like a small little TV movie about a guy who has an imaginary friend. It turns out to be like a giant possum rat.
Whoa.
He makes him some like concoction in the kitchen. It turns like green, and he has to feed it to him.
Oh,
Make it
gross.
like turn real.
I gotta watch that soon. It's on Hoopla.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Nice. Cool. Well, let's dive right into the movie.
Let's dig in, guys.
Enough about green poops, guys.
Chomping at the bit.
We could talk about it all day.
Yes, it's down to business right now.
But yeah, let's get into this fat movie.
So we start off with it's the last day of school. All the kids are going bananas, throwing all their books in a fire.
Cats and dogs living together.
You know?
Complete
Yeah.
chaos.
Pure anarchy.
And you find out that now the lead kid, what the hell's his name? I can't even remember.
Fat Kid 1.
Captain?
Well, I mean, Gerald Gardner. Gardner, age 11, 142 pounds.
41.
You find out he's like a real scaredy cat, and he's very self-conscious. That you just learn at the beginning of the movie because he's like, everything hates him. Like the fucking dogs down the street hate
baseball
him. Baseball team. The fucking school driver.
His
bus
parents want him out of the
driver.
house for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody likes
So
this kid. You're right. His parents hate him. Everybody hates him. Animals, you name it.
He had like one friend at school that hung out with him. Like, oh, it's summer. See ya.
I wonder, like, now
Time to
what's
hang
that
with my
kid
real
doing?
friends.
He's going to
what's that
fucking
kid doing for the summer?
cool camp across the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's fucking
So,
bitches.
That'd be cool if they like see each other and he's like, traitor.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I guess we're enemies now.
Only for the summer.
So he gets home. There's this guy who's like a sales pitchman for a fat camp called Camp Hope, and they show him a videotape about Camp Hope, and he's all jazzed about it because they got go-karts and a thing in the water called the Blob. But then he finds out it's a fat camp, and he's like, "Fuck you, Dad. You go. You're fat too."
By the way,
respect your dad.
the guy who's there slinging the video is Delmar from Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah, and Kimmy Schmidt.
And Kimmy Schmidt, yeah.
Because I never seen No Brother Where Art Thou, so yeah. So anywho, he goes to fat camp and he's on the airplane.
Yeah, they fucking
and-
fly him across the country. We don't know where he comes from, but it's so far away that he has to fly to fat camp.
And there's just one other kid on there that's going to the same camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're from the same. They're from the same state, apparently, and
At least the general region of that one airport.
Yeah.
Or he could have even been. It could have been a
connecting
flight.
flight,
For
yeah.
him. Who knows?
Right.
that's true. That's
And
true.
He just comes up to him and he's like, "Yo, you going to fat camp? I can tell you why, because you're fat."
Yeah.
And that's
This
Keenan.
This is Keenan, by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, Keenan.
Who, any movie he's in, Keenan, he's pretty good.
Specifically,
always
the Master
good.
of Disguise is
Yes.
the best movie he's ever been in.
If he didn't drink
Even
all
in
that
the-
orange soda, he wouldn't be going to fat camp.
No, Kel's the orange soda
They
guy.
both
Yeah.
like orange soda.
Yeah, true. Did he
Jesus
marry
Christ.
orange soda? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Oh, they were in the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie too. I think.
Both of them?
Really?
Yeah, which is a wicked good movie, by the way.
Is it?
Interesting.
Seriously, it's a good movie.
Dudley Do-Right's a good movie that shouldn't be.
Well, I think that they were made by like this. It's like that those
Like the
two
same
and George
guy.
of the Jungle. I think they're all made by the same people.
Yeah.
They're all,
That makes
like,
sense.
Have like adult. They all have like
Interesting.
adult jokes and
Right.
it has like I don't know,
It
it has
all
like
sounds
adult
the
humor
same.
in it. Yeah, it's good
Like
stuff.
the
Anywho,
narrator.
Robert De Niro at his
Oh, yeah.
best.
oh yeah, man.
His proudest moment.
So, they go to fat camp.
They go to fat camp and they meet Pat, who is the
counselor.
counselor who's riding the
/ bus driver who looks exactly like this kid. I legit thought
Yeah.
like for a second when the kid like first came on screen, I was like, "Oh my god, this is a child version of someone." And I literally thought it was like a younger version of the same actor, but they're two different people.
Even better if
they
they
got the
wore
same
like
haircut,
the exact
everything.
same thing. They just stare at each other.
It's just this guy doing an Eddie Murphy playing two parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just shrink it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get to Camp Hope. Everything's looking awesome. They're hanging out on the blob, and then they go meet the people who run the camp.
Jerry
who
Stiller.
are
Ben Stiller's parents.
Ben Stiller's parents. Yep.
Is
I
that
didn't
his
even know if they
mom
had
too?
names.
Is that his real mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he come to find out they had to sell the camp because of some bad financial situations.
Somebody
They never
stole
explain
money.
exactly why, but
He just says, "Don't let somebody sign your checks."
yeah.
So, like, the thing that I'm wondering about is that we were talking about was how come nobody told them like ahead of time? Oh yeah, we're changing hands with the camp. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. New owners, new programs, and blah blah blah.
Maybe.
Nobody said anything to anybody.
Here's
Or
my
like,
theory.
This is the last summer. We can't afford to keep it up after this. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Nothing.
I feel like they needed that money to if they said, "Hey, we're selling the camp," they wouldn't get any returning campers. So
Yeah.
they needed to
Oh, yeah.
swindle the parents
Let's
out
just
of their
not tell the
Monday.
parent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To
Make them
That's
sign all
pay
the
off
paperwork
whatever debt
first.
they're in.
Yeah.
At that point, I think that they wouldn't care. I think that maybe that was out of their responsibility, and that should have been up to Tony Perkins and his legal team.
Well, maybe he
to
wouldn't
do
have
that.
closed the deal. He's like, I can't buy a camp if there's not going to be any campers. So you have to guarantee.
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause-
Yeah, maybe it seemed like Tony throughout the movie, like he's struggling with money and having like financial issues. So like maybe he didn't have enough capital after buying the camp to
He
like
spent all his money on it.
buy a bunch of treadmills and stuff on
Yeah.
the first year.
He's really he's really banking on the fact that he's selling the infomercial.
Yeah, true.
You
Yep,
know,
that's
this,
right.
This is the
gotta be
principal
perfect.
investment, and
Yeah, I mean, he's paying $600 for this camera guy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
to literally run around following him.
I wonder what he paid for the whole camp. Like after legal and everything.
Yeah.
I honestly, what did a camp cost in 1995?
And all
Why
the
didn't Camp
uniforms
MVP buy it?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
because they don't want a bunch of fatties.
Yeah, that could be.
But think of how much more property they would have to do sports
Hey, double
thing.
camp.
Yeah.
They'd have to compete against themselves in the Apache race or whatever.
Oh,
So
yeah, they wouldn't have a rival team across
Yeah.
the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like the sports team, the sports camp, then the extreme sports camp.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We may suck at baseball, but we're really good at rollerblading.
we're the cool camp. Across the lake is the cooler camp.
Jump out of a plane, land on the blob, and then we.
Yeah.
and then we drink Mountain Dew all day.
They're gonna
and then
watch-
get really fat.
They're gonna on the screen outside at night. They're gonna watch Extreme Ops.
Oh, I was just thinking that we're gonna ski down the mountain and shoot at helicopters.
So then we are introduced to Tony Perkins, the guy who now runs the camp. It's Ben Stiller. This is the very first time in my life I was introduced to Ben Stiller. I didn't know who he was until I saw this movie.
Who later played this exact same character in Dodgeball.
Yup. And
Like exact same character.
I think he
He
was.
was
with a
fat
mustache.
as like earlier, and then
And
he's
he's
fit,
skinny
and now
again.
he's working with a fitness system, trying to put down the
The underdog.
those who
The
are
other
not
ones.
fit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The fat kids.
I don't know if he was doing the Ben Stiller show at this time or not, because that was mid '90s, right? Or was
this
it
was probably
90s
after the
that?
Ben Stiller show. I mean, I don't know the chronological order,
But probably close.
Yeah,
I feel like Andy Dick should have been in this movie.
He should have been Lars.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be
I could have seen that.
so
One
good.
camp counselor that just doesn't want to do anything. He's like, I'm good.
He's probably not allowed around children.
Yeah,
So
he's just like sneaking behind the tree.
You guys want some
looking
pills?
at just like,
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh man.
So Tony Perkins is doing like this whole pitch about how like all these kids are gonna be slim by the end of the camp, and the kids are not having it. They're all pissed.
like we can't get
You
anything
know,
out.
nobody's having it. They're all bummed
and the
out.
counselors
they're
didn't even
cracking
know
down.
either.
Yeah.
And you find out Tony is a real psychopath. I guess he's never interacted with a kid
That's
a day
his
in his
first
life.
time hanging out with kids.
Yeah.
He's been isolated his whole life.
He's been in that bunker from Blast from the Past.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser.
Oh look,
And
it's child.
And his dad is like the famed
lighting king
lighting
of
king
northern
of
Pennsylvania.
Which is probably where all the money went to buy the camp, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
You know?
He's like,
Maybe he was a trust fund baby, you know?
like holding up a
sounds
picture
like
of like a hand drawn kid, and like looks at the kids, like, yeah, this is right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, he said he was
Child.
like homeschooled or whatever his entire life.
Yeah. Maybe he's never been outdoors.
Maybe not.
Who knows?
That's why he's always like on a trail.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why his hair looks like that,
Yeah.
because he's just shocked by everything. What is this? What's that?
So the movie starts and all he's making all these kids do all these stupid exercises like the electric slide thing that everybody had back in the 90s.
And the kids
they're
are all
cracking
hiding
down-
candy in their bunks everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all
Cracking
like
down on
strapped up
everything.
with like suicide vests of candy.
Yeah.
Very well packed. These kids
Yeah.
clearly.
It's like
You know what
action
they're
movie.
doing.
Yeah.
When you have to like when the good guy has to take all of his guns out when he goes and visits.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Like in Raw Deal, you know. Yep.
Starts laying everything on the
So-
table.
Yeah. So like as we go farther down into the rabbit hole with Tony, you find out how much more of a psycho he is. It's like he's cracking down on all their sweets. So he's going into their bunks and he's like trying to like it's like finding drugs.
With his
Cutting
laser.
open mattresses.
Yeah. He's got a laser.
Which just points at stuff and then opens
That's
it
a
up.
crack. That's a secret
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah. And he's pulling them all out. You know, ooh, a deli meat, you know.
Pulls
and-
a sausage out of someone's butt.
So oh yeah, so this is where we get to the famed Seymour.
I don't
butt
think that was a
scene where-
sausage.
Oh, yeah.
Where like, of course, Tony doesn't know what anybody's names are, so he's like pulling out these little like laminated cue cards with like their faces on it. And he's like, Gerald Gardner, age 11, 142 pounds. Who brought in all this candy? And then the other kid, Josh, comes up and he says like, "Oh, it was Seymour Butts. Nobody's seen more butts than you, Uncle Tony." So Mike, you were saying that there's this whole thing behind that.
There was like an interview that I read like a while ago where they were talking about the movie and like all the behind the scenes and like why they changed it to like a family movie instead of like PG-13. They were talking about all the stuff they had to cut out, and that was one. Like you can still see his mouth move and say something different, but I guess like the original thing he said was Peter Fitz. So when he asked him, he's like, "Who's Peter Fitz? Who's Peter Fitz?" And he's like, "Nobody's Peter Fitz better than yours, Uncle Tony." They read the script and like, "Yeah, that's not gonna make it in the movie."
not for Disney.
Yeah. So
I wonder like what else they cut out of this
know.
movie instead of making it PG-13.
Oh
Obviously, there
my-
couldn't have been
Oh,
boobies.
yeah.
I gotta tell you, when I'm looking up some of the trivia on the IMDb page, there is an extensive article
No shit.
about all 30 deleted scenes.
Are those
no
available? Like, is there a director's
Yeah, on
cut?
Blu-ray. If you buy the Blu-ray version of this,
No way.
Really?
which you don't want to do because you want to get it on VHS.
I know, but I'm gonna have to go like rent it from the library for
Yeah.
a weekend
Yeah,
just
that
so I can
works.
see all those deleted scenes.
Oh,
Or just
and-
go on IMDb and read the very detailed, like
Yeah.
like 5,000 word essay,
oh my god,
probably more.
I
A
mean,
dissertation on heavyweights
30 deleted
scenes.
scenes. I mean, is it like Lord of the Rings, where it's like a 3-hour movie at that point?
You know
Yeah,
what?
the
maybe
Blu-ray
that's
edition.
maybe that's
The
why
trilogy.
the like Apache race has nothing to do with the movie because they cut so much of it out.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me wonder, like, at the end of the movie, after they, like, defeat Tony, like, that felt like that should have been the end of the movie. But no, they tack, like, another 20 minutes onto it.
Because it would have only been, like, a hour-long movie, or, like, it would have been under
It would have been like a
time.
TV movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, good point.
Made for Disney original.
Yeah. So,
Xenon the sequel.
So the kids find out a way to get candy and stuff because one of the camp counselors is taking money from them to get them burgers. And
he was a counselor
outside of town.
He was.
Yeah,
I thought he was one of the kids'
He used to be
brothers
one
or
of the kids
something.
in the camp.
Yeah,
Then-
right.
Yeah, and then he like ratted him out. He's like, "I used to be a kid here. I'll show you where all the candy is."
Yeah.
And then he goes,
yeah.
he goes and takes their money and
Yeah,
what a
man.
dick. Fuck that guy.
Gotta make a living.
Dude,
yeah.
getting into his little niche market there with the kids.
Clearly doesn't need any friends.
Oh, he just confiscated the candy and then sold it right back to him.
Exactly.
That's actually
That's
a
like
good
what-
plan.
dirty cop.
Yeah.
That's like that's like
So many levels to this movie.
Right? Wow.
I used to hear of kids doing that in college with beer. You know, you'd sell the kids underage. You sell the underage kids beer. They get it taken away, and then you sell it back to them or something like that.
At a premium.
Yeah. So, So again, Tony gets more crazy. He's taking these. He finds out that these kids are gaining weight and not losing weight. So he's getting he's flipping out. He's flipping his shit. So he's taking these kids like out on.
Get off the scale.
Yeah.
And he's
like
filming the video, so he's like, "Roll camera," and then he yells at the kid. He's like, "Cut!" And then
yeah, he's like penalizing these kids, where he's all like, "There'll be no lunch today due to lack of hustle."
that's a pretty good
We're going
Ben
on
Stiller
a 50
impression.
mile hike.
Yeah, like this movie's just filled with awesome, like one-liners that Tony says, or even
And
like a
borderline child abuse.
Yeah, like
child negligence.
There's that Austrian camp counselor named Lars.
We don't know he's Austrian. We just know he's from far away.
Far away. And like a bunch of his lines are like freaking classic.
Yeah, he's a scary dude.
What does he
Body
have?
system.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this dude's a straight up Aryan youth. And everyone's trying to fuck the nurse.
Oh yeah, man, she's hot stuff.
Yeah.
Not really. She's just the only girl there.
Fine.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Then when the other girl
So,
like, oh.
Oh yeah, the
it's just like
dance.
they got this awesome dance
Awesome.
where Paul Feig had to like get everybody on the dance floor. And
No one was dancing because it's like these girls
Girl
from
camp.
Yeah, girl camp. I don't know. And then like
all the kids.
you could tell that Tony was setting it up to like fat shame all the boys. No one's dancing. It's a clear divide in the room.
It's motivation.
And all the yeah.
But the boys still brought their finest of attire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yeah, they're
one
all
boy
wearing
brought
suits.
his Les Mis shirt to the dance.
So I guess there
His
was like
finest shirt.
there was going to be a scene where that makes sense because they were going to have like a drama part where the kids did like a reenactment of Cats.
Oh man.
No way.
I want to watch that. Just all those guys in like
Seriously?
cat outfits jumping around.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
Cats
amazing.
was like
You know
so
what?
big in the 90s. Like I remember there was like commercials for Cats and fucking Riverdance every
Oh yeah,
commercial
dude,
break.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael
All
Flatley.
right, I'll get the
guy.
Blu-ray. Well, I'll just have to reconvene and watch it sometime.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect. Just
Yeah.
the deleted scenes.
Just the deleted scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
So-
But Paul Feig is like, all right, I'm wearing this crazy disco outfit, and I'm gonna get this party started.
He blew a microchip when he started dancing on the dance floor.
Yeah, and he's dancing all goofy like, and arms flailing, and Pat comes up to him and is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's
Looks
like,
like
"I'm
a-
starting this
Don't make me look like
party,
an idiot."
or I'm really crazy."
Oh man, and then Tony friggin' pulls the plug, and he's like, "Lights out, everybody."
Oh, because the boys and the girls start dancing, and they
Like
start having a
planned
good
for
time,
both, yeah.
and no one's getting shamed. And a few girls, before they start dancing, make a really great anorexic joke.
Oh yeah.
One girl's like, "Why don't they just lose weight?" And another girl's like, "Why don't you show them how to throw up after eating?" It's like, wow,
Like, just got
what a
dark,
burn.
kid.
So they must go to anorexia camp or bulimic camp.
Oh, maybe.
I
If
don't
there's
know.
a fat
like,
camp, is
they're
there
trying to
is there an
shame
eating
each
disorder
other.
camp?
Like, you
Oh,
could
maybe
be a
that's what
fat
it is.
person if you don't puke
There
all the
could
time.
be
It's a model camp. Don't end
Yeah.
up like these kids.
Yeah.
It's called Slim Chance.
Oh man.
So
One of them finally
they're
gets
doing
one of the girls. They're making out when he pulls the plug.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
he got the first base.
Was that,
Right?
was
He's gonna.
that Pugsley?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, right.
He's gonna have such
With
blue
the
balls in
braces
the
on.
morning.
Guys,
He's gonna have to go to the nurse.
Blue raspberries.
So,
Sorry, blueberries. Not raspberries. Raspberries are red. God damn it.
But raspberry flavored shit is always blue.
What?
Raspberry like slushies and stuff, dude. Come on.
Oh.
actually,
Yeah.
when I have
You meant
blue
actual
raspberry.
shit. I'm like, what?
when I have blueberry cereal, it turns my poopy blue.
You need to see a doctor about that. That does
Your
not
poop
happen
is
to
all
me.
sorts of colors of the rainbow.
Oh, it sure is.
You just moderation. You just eat different things at different times. It comes out just multicolor.
Oh, it's like a parfait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the entire visual spectrum of light.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Roy
like
G.
a rocket
Biv
pop.
of poop.
Skittles delight.
Yep, it's sand art in a bottle. You know what I mean?
Squanch.
Just don't shake it up.
Just don't Yep. Depending on what I eat, it'll come out shaken up.
Yeah.
it'll be a color only dogs can see.
Don't eat a rodeo burger.
Yeah.
A disclaimer, like products might come differently.
My God. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Your poop color may vary.
It may vary from person to person.
Oh, whoa. All right, back to heavyweights.
Oh man.
Whoa,
There was
that
no
went
poop
off
jokes
the
in this, but there was a
rails.
couple of fart jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they freaking like farted.
Yeah,
in
because they
Tony's
sneak into
face.
because after he confiscates the candy, the kids sneak into his office to steal back the candy, and then one of the kids. Oh yeah, he stole all their letters back home, which doesn't make any sense. Oh, because I guess they're like writing like help, like we're in prison here.
Oh yeah, because
We're
they
being
don't
abused.
they don't want
help.
anybody to get their kids out of the camp. Because remember he tried to send one of the
Goldberg?
kids. He tried to send one of the kids back home, but his father was like, "I'll sue you
Yeah,
if
he's a
you."
lawyer.
You know,
Yeah.
So he obviously he's in financial trouble, so he's gonna try to keep the kids there now. So
Yeah, that's a good point. He got he got sent back real quick.
He did.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my bad.
We also don't know how long they're at this camp for. If it's a week or a month or
It
all
seems like it's a
summer.
long
I'm
time.
thinking
Yeah.
at least 2 months. You know, like a full on.
Right.
Oh.
Because time does seem to move pretty quickly.
yeah. I don't think I don't know about you, Mike, but
This
the rest
movie
of us,
should
I don't
be
think-
in real time and take 3 months to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an
I
anthology.
don't-
My only complaint.
I mean, none of us have been to a sleepaway camp. Mike, have you ever been to one?
I went to one when I was little, but it was only for about a week.
Okay.
Yeah,
I used to
it's
like
same
growing
here.
up. Like now looking back, I thought it was like for 2 months, and I asked my dad, and he was like, "No, it was just for like a weekend or just like a week." I'm like, "Oh,
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was gone
like,
for like 3 months."
yeah, like all of our misconceptions, like watching Salute Your Shorts, thought that sleepaway camp looked like literally the
Awesome,
entire
yeah.
summer.
It's like
You know?
2 counselors, and then you're on your own.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
But so then Ben Stiller comes back from a run in the woods where he's like bench pressing logs and shit.
Devil log.
Devil logs.
Come here, you devil log.
All the kids got to flee out of the house.
And one of them
Man.
farts,
Yeah.
Like
being
so
pushed
many-
out the window. He farts into the main kid's face, and then Ben Stiller can smell kid farts. And the kids like hide behind trees like in a cartoon.
They fit perfectly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Surprising.
They're big trees.
Yeah.
So they
trees.
got to figure out a way to get rid of Tony once and for all.
Yeah, because after he discovers that they're gaining weight because they're cheating, he decides to take them on a 20-mile
20-mile
20
hike
mile.
run. Yeah.
and pack light, so don't bring any food or water.
Except they
Which
all
is-
have gigantic backpacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring all of their camply possessions.
It's all his stuff.
And
Probably.
it's just pieces of wood.
Yeah. And but real quick, so they play basketball. I mean, they play baseball with the team of the camp, the MVP camp.
They play softball,
The
which I find very strange. I don't know why
and they all
they're
got
playing
beat
softball.
up by camp MVP.
And getting hit by the ball still hurts, apparently.
And so
not very soft.
And it just continues to show that in every single camp movie ever made, there has to be a rival camp across the lake.
Yep.
It's just a staple.
Exactly.
You can't have a camp movie without it.
It's camp regulation.
Yeah.
It's
in
almost
the zoning
like
bylaws.
They're always so
USA
disappointed
camp
that they
rules.
have to mess with this fat camp because they're just like, do we still have to do this every year? yes, you do. All right.
Yeah.
Camp cheese ball.
Yeah.
It's because
Camp
the
cheese ball.
UHF dude is encouraging their bad behavior.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. He's like helps them vandalize the camp in the middle of the night, and they write like "you stink" on the wall.
Yeah, he's like one of them.
Pretty much.
I remember when I was a kid when I watched this, and like the kids drive by in a boat, and they got a bullhorn. They go, "You stink! You stink! You stink!" I remember my brother and I used to do that all the time when we were kids. Like we just go, "You stink! You stink! You stink!" So
someone's like, "What did they say?"
Yeah.
On the hike,
so
they
go
basically try to murder Ben Stiller.
Yeah. They
they
find
really
the
do.
big ass hole in the middle of the woods,
Which is like, why is this here?
Yeah. And they
From a
trap him.
previous camp, an 80s camp where everyone got murdered.
Yeah. There must have been Angela's Camp North Star or whatever the hell the camp was in Sleepaway Camp too, and so there's probably there's definitely some bones.
I'd
in the
love a
bottom of that.
Sleepaway Camp heavyweights crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And
who's crazier, Angela or Ben Stiller?
That's a good
oh
question.
man,
Well,
Ben
I mean,
Stiller
Angela
doesn't
actually
murder
killed
anybody
people.
on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
But he is fit enough and crazy enough
Yeah.
that they might fall in love.
Yeah, I feel like
be a good
he
couple.
and Angela could join forces.
Right. Easy.
You know, he'd be like, you use your chainsaw to like cut their fat off or something like that. You know?
I like the
Instead of liposuction. You know?
cut
You lost
those
weight
calories.
by getting a sex change. I respect that.
Yeah. So they put him in like a barbed wire prison, and all the adults, Pat and the nurse and Paul Feig are like, "Holy shit, what are you kids doing?" And the only way to get into the prison is the password, which is Yankee Doodles. And and they
electrify the prison cell, by the way.
Yeah,
using a
with
bug
lamp.
lamp.
Bug zapper.
Yeah. These kids are creative.
And they start shaming him by saying he has a tiny wiener.
A thin wiener.
A thin wiener,
so yeah,
skinny wiener.
A skinny wiener. Yeah.
He's got a spaghetti wiener. But the fat counselor is like going to save him, but then he like takes the gag out of Tony's mouth, and then Tony like yells at him or calls him fat or something, and then he's like,
"I'll kick you in the nuts so you don't have kids ever again."
Yeah. And so then he's like, all right, fuck it, we'll keep him prisoner. So like there's no adult encouraging any sort of good behavior at all, because even when they go to they do the Apache races, like the fat counselor's helping these kids cheat.
Yeah.
There's no
Camp
good
MVP does not
influences.
play fair, though.
Their parents are terrible. Tony's terrible. The counselors are terrible. I guess like the nurse and Paul Feig are the only like normal people.
Yeah, that are really trying to help.
Right.
Right after they lock up Tony, though, it's Parents' Day, which came very quickly.
So all the parents have to fly across the country and
Well,
drive
before that
brand
is
new
one
Grand
day.
Cherokees there.
It's like they're
What's
celebratory overeating.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
their
have like a
night
big
of-
food orgy.
They're Burning Man.
Yeah.
Except for drugs, it's pizza and tacos
Twinkies
and s'mores.
Yeah. And all of Tony Perkins' gang, including Lars, they tie him up to trees and put honey on their chest so animals will kill him.
Imagine
and eat
they
him.
got
Until they swear allegiance to Camp Hope.
They could have
which
gotten
Lars
mauled
does.
by bears.
Yeah, but like so they untie Lars, who joins them, and he turns cool. But what about like the other?
If he doesn't,
yeah,
right.
But like
the other two are just like, I'm going home.
What about the other people in Tony's gangs? Are they like now skeletons, all eaten and mauled by bears and stuff out in the woods?
Probably. That fucker didn't even pay me.
They're just like sleeping at home when they get home from camp, and the kid's like eyes come open, like he's in bed. He's like, "Oh, we forgot about the other counselors."
Yeah, right.
Oh, Kevin!
Oh shit!
Kevin!
Oh, yeah, right.
That would have been a great like post-credit scene where it's just the two guys going, hello?
Yeah, right? And it's just like the end of Hocus Pocus where the kids are still like, they're in like the, that like historical museum.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyone?
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so it's
and a
Parents'
bear just
Day.
is in the background.
Yeah. So the parents show up. They're all pissed because the kids look like they haven't lost a pound.
They've all gained at least 10 pounds each.
Yeah.
Right.
So they go to watch a nice videotape all about the camp.
Anti-Tony propaganda is what that tape is.
They called it Camp Hell.
They just show Tony abusing the kids for like an hour.
Yeah. The best
but
part.
Tony.
What's the like Italian mob boss kid? What's his name?
Oh, Josh.
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 And Tony is like, "So, Josh, what do you think of the food?" And then the kid's like, "I love the food here." And then Tony's like, "Shut up! I'm trying to answer the question after I finish saying it." And then
he like
keeps
speaks over him
interrupting
a little, and he's like, "No!"
And he freaks out.
And it cuts
That's
to that
great.
mom like holding the other kid's head, like he's like falling.
Just looks like a broken person.
They like eat a plastic like rat you'd buy at Spirit Halloween. To make it look like they can't get any food from Tony. To which like Tony in the video is like, "No breakfast, no lunch, no dinner. I'm gonna starve you."
20 push-ups, 80, 100.
So like the whole thing is like, so this is all footage taken from a professional videographer that's hired by Tony to film all the stuff for his infomercial. And so he's all pissed off at Tony, like, "Yo, Tony owes me $600 for making this video." And I'm thinking like, wait a minute, Tony is gone. They know he's in prison, so he pretty much knows he's not going to get his money, but he just hangs around the camp. I'm like, dude, don't you have to like go like do weddings and stuff? It's summer. That's wedding season, man. You got to go or do some corporate videos or something, dude. You got to go out there and make bank.
Needed a vacation.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Might as well
Weddings
celebrate
suck.
at this fat camp.
Yeah,
they
right.
sure do know how to have a party.
He's the dude from Grandma's Boy, so presumably he's just high the entire time. So what does he care?
Yeah. And
one
wedding
thing
singer
we
too.
Either that, or that's what leads him to his role in Happy Gilmore as the homeless guy,
Oh yeah, I
who
forgot about
eventually
that.
becomes the
Yeah,
cat.
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same character.
I used to be a videographer.
Now look at me.
So
Damn you, Tony.
so Tony tricks the British kid with making it look like he has a chocolate kiss in his hand, and he escapes out of the prison cell.
And his fucking nuts, probably because he keeps touching the cell wall and gets
He gets
electrified.
zapped. Yeah, man.
His
And
hair's even
like
bigger than it was before.
yeah, it gets bigger like every time you see him. His hair is freaking huge.
I love like his line, like when he goes and he's like, "Oh, the editing, oh, the finesse, but the villain is a little over the top."
And then he
Jumps off of the roof. He like just
does all these, like,
appears.
acrobatics.
He appears in like the top window of this place, just like
He's a fit guy.
lounging.
It's the only way to get in unnoticed.
Lands on the ground, just goes, "Ow."
Smashes glasses and walks on him to prove he's stronger than everyone else.
And then he does like 17 backflips, like falls into the back wall.
Which is funny because like I would have thought that like something really climactic would have taken over Tony. I mean, like we're like Gerald Gardner's dad.
Like he would have
punches him in
kidnapped
the
someone
Like
or
the
something.
only person that stood up to him.
Yeah.
It's like
Everyone
all the
else
other
is like-
parents are just like, "Well, we kind of sent him here to get rid of him, so."
Yeah.
We do
Yeah.
hate our kids.
But like
let's just hear out his strategy. I mean, he wants them to get skinnier.
Yeah.
So like that literally is just the defeat of Tony. He does some backflips and he bops his head on a
He
wall.
slips.
That's it. That's the end of Tony.
And Papa Perkins.
Papa Perkins, yeah.
Shows up and is like, all right. Don't call your lawyers.
I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
dude.
My parents didn't hug me. You don't see me crying.
So I love it when like it's just Ben Stiller with like a shitty wig on.
Yeah. That's the Eddie Murphy role.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's
So,
like getting arrested or something, or Tony's.
Oh, they
No,
put him
they
into
just-
a limo.
yeah.
Into Papa Perkins'
Oh, okay.
limo.
They're taking him
Taking
home.
him back home.
So he can go sling some healing
light bulbs.
crystals.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the end of Tony, and which you would think is the end of the movie, but no, that's not the end of the
there's
movie.
more.
They still got to do the Apache race against the MVP camp across the lake.
And I feel like
they
the
weren't shamed
trailer to
enough.
this made the like Apache race thing like the centerpiece of the movie.
Maybe that's most of the deleted scenes.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Now did what's his name? Pat, did he become the owner of that, or did he just kind of hold on to the keys?
Oh, he's been there the longest.
He's
so
just
Ben
holding on to
Stiller,
the keys.
Ben Stiller's dad was like, "All right, you're all gonna get your money back. Don't sue
I
me.
just need somebody.
So who's been here the longest? Fucking do whatever you want. I'm leaving."
Yeah,
Well, the kids want to
been there
stay, and
for
he
a-
said, "Well, we just need someone in charge for insurance purposes."
Yeah, he did say he's just going to take
Oh, yeah,
a
that's
bath
right.
on it, which means I think it just means like he owns the property.
He's gonna
I guess.
burn it down as soon as everybody leaves.
Listen,
Yeah.
that would make a really good lakeside industrial park. Just
Oh
saying.
yeah.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be a nice
Think
parking
of-
lot.
As the bus drives away, they all look out the back, and he's like just throwing gas on everything. He's like, "Hey,
Yeah, right.
Then he's just flipping them off. Yeah.
I mean, he could just.
Happy summer.
I mean, think about the insurance money he get off of
Yeah.
that. You know.
Yeah.
He's whistling the camp.
Wildfires happen all the time,
Yeah. So that's
especially if this is California.
so they do the Apache race, and it just so happens to be that in every single little part of the race, each one of the kids has some trait that makes them excel over the MVP kids.
Like fake shaving a balloon.
Not always true.
Not always true.
Not
Oh yeah,
the
that's
potato
true.
sack race.
Yep.
Not the
The wall climb.
Oh, the rock climbing.
The rock climbing.
Yep, true.
But
The
everything
real
else.
physical stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like the
long
Josh
division.
is able to
Shave
shave
the
a
balloon.
balloon.
Keenan can throw
The
the
British
football.
kid knows. Yeah, the British kid knows everything about American history
And art.
and
art.
art and mathematics.
And then the cool kid only
Keenan
knows
can
share.
throw a football pretty well.
Yeah. So then they get down to the go-kart race. Gerald Gardner friggin' flips the turbo boost just like in Knight Rider's kit, friggin' slings over the kid and wins the race.
And like it's so dangerous because he goes over a jump and literally lands on top of the other kid's go-kart.
Right.
yeah.
If that tire lands in the
close to the
wrong
ground.
place. What?
I was saying, like, he is not close to the ground at all.
No.
No, this kid should
really
be
powerful
dead.
turbo.
Yeah.
So they decide they like screw that trophy. The other team's pissed. They're gonna protest.
We've got our pride, and we don't need sweet physiques. We have personality. And I've got a hot girlfriend now. That's Pat. That's
Pat.
saying.
Yeah, so Pat
'Cause
now
he's-
is smooching
he's
up with
shacking the nurse.
With the nurse.
Which was
And-
never like established at all. Like it was established that like he had a thing for her, but
He
like
was always too
they
nervous.
yeah, they
Yeah.
never consummated it. So like she might not be into it at all.
He just grabs her.
He grabs her and kisses her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just so many like bad influences
flags.
going on.
No.
And that's heavyweights.
Yeah, that's heavyweights.
That's it. They
Everyone's
win. They
happy.
win. Yeah.
Everyone's okay with the person they are at Camp Hope.
Exactly.
Even though they all have premature child diabetes.
Yeah.
So,
And they all get their ankles chopped off the next summer.
So Kevster, what do we got going on over here?
Oh, we'll give you. First off, it seems like Michael knows a lot of trivia about this movie, so I might pass it over to him for some of that stuff. But just real quick, I mean, came out in '95, is rated PG. I forget what he said for the length. It was directed by Stephen Brill, who did a lot of Adam Sandler stuff, like Little Nicky and Mr. Deeds. He also did such great movies as Without a Paddle and Drillbit Taylor.
Oh boy,
wow.
Yeah,
such gems.
yeah. And he was also the creator of the Mighty Ducks series.
Oh no shit.
He was one of the writers.
Oh wait, it says it on the box.
Of what series?
And Mighty Ducks.
Oh, okay.
So he wrote all the Mighty Ducks movies, and him and Judd Apatow wrote this movie together.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We had a few trailers on here. We had Aladdin 2.
Yeah, there was like a half an hour of Disney trailers.
Yeah. The Aristocats, Gordy, Man of the House, and Tall Tales, which maybe someday we'll do Man of the House. That was
dude, I'd love to do that. Movie's so good.
Yeah. So, Michael, do you have any interesting facts about this movie for us?
Like we were talking about that dance scene. I mentioned the Les Miserables shirt and everything. Is that whole scene? Like you said, there's a whole bunch of deleted scenes or things that didn't make it. And apparently there was supposed to be that Cats like theater rendition of Fat Camp Cats.
Man, oh man!
And that's why he was wearing his little beret and his little Les Mis shirt.
Just call it
That would have been great.
He's the drama kid.
Yeah, he's the one drama kid. But yeah, that cook guy, that was Peter Berg. Like when they
talked
to
the chef that was only in it for one scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for like a split second when they're all trying to figure out what happened to
He's like, yeah, your friend, he's dead.
Yeah. That guy was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was Toby Huss though, which would have been pretty cool too.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to make it like originally like a PG-13 movie, but then they kind of axed it, make it more like kids friendly.
It's very bushwhacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Yep.
Maybe we can find the PG-13 bootleg version.
Yeah. Oh man. So what do we got for ratings?
Let's see. So, okay. So you guys will have to guess, as we normally do, the IMDb rating, which is out of 10 stars. What do you guys think that rating is? We'll start with Dan Trey.
Oh, the 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Who the hell doesn't like this movie?
All right. How about Topher?
I'm going to say 7.7.
7.7. All right.
How
about you, Michael?
I was going to say 7.
Okay. It is actually a 6.7
Whoa!
out of 10.
Oh, you're the closest.
Come on.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with people?
I don't know.
Jesus.
So how about the...
Who's actively like downvoting fucking heavyweights? Who is
I
that
don't know,
person?
Haters.
Gotta be a jerk.
Yeah. Camp MVP.
Yeah, that's who it is. It's the people across the lake.
Right? It's like all the people
The
that have
rival
bad
camps.
memories of summer camp.
Yeah, right?
They're like, that was me. I hated that.
Yeah.
Like,
but they give a 10-star rating to like camp slashers because they're just like, yeah, that's about what it's like. All my friends did die.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Amazon rating, which is out of 5 stars. Let's go in reverse. Michael, what do you think out of 5 stars?
Ooh, I think people are a lot nicer on there, so maybe a 4.
Okay. Michael says 4. Topher?
Yeah, I'll say 4.5.
4.5.
I'm going to say 4.8.
Ooh.
That's bold.
Dane's closest,
Ooh.
but it's 4.7.
Whoa! Yeah, man.
All right, so now it's time for our own ratings. So out of 10,
Pilot wings.
10 pilot wings.
Yeah.
Out of 10 missed meals per Tony's instructions.
Due to lack of hustle.
10 deli meats.
What's that?
10 deli meats found with a laser.
10.
I think that's a
10.
special deli meat seeking laser.
Deli laser.
That would be great. We'll just go with 10 tapes of Tony's infomercial.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you guys give it? Let's start with Michael again.
I'm basically going off of nostalgia. I love it, so I'm going 10 out of 10.
Full 10 out of 10. Nice. All right, Dane Train, how about you?
Oh man, since Gerald Gardner, 142 pounds, I give age 11, so I give it an 11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Wow.
Same thing, man. This movie still holds up like all living hell. I just think it's funny as shit. It's awesome. It never gets old. I love it.
It's like the kids are actually acting like kids.
Yeah, totally. I love it.
Topher, what are you going to give this movie?
I'm going 9 Tony Perkins infomercial tapes.
9.
And or healing crystals.
Stop one healing crystal.
So why the downgrade?
Well, it holds up really well. It's still super funny, and Ben Stiller's great. But I mean, it's just so. The only thing that I didn't like is, the Apache race thing. If this was the PG-13 version, maybe it would have been full on 10. Sure. But just the shoehorned in plot of that thing and not making sense at all just kind of made it a little weird.
So if the movie was just about Tony and the movie ending with the defeat of Tony and then the movie ending, that would have given you a 10 out of 10, you think?
Well, I don't know, because then there's still the other stuff with they set up the other camp, but then it would only be an hour-long movie.
All right,
so
I gotcha.
It would still be flawed.
Sure. Okay. All right. Kevbot.
You
always give it the worst reviews, so we're expecting a doozy here.
What am I gonna give this? How many pounds did what's his
gained
name?
9 pounds.
Gerald Gardner.
142 pounds.
No, how much did he gain?
9.
I think he gained 9. Yeah.
Then I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Okay. For the same reason?
Yeah. I'd love to see the deleted scenes. I would have loved to see this PG-13. Could have been really good because they could have pulled it off too.
Yeah.
Maybe if it wasn't Disney.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, no, it was great. It holds up really well. I think it's well written and
awesome.
I love all the characters. They're all the kids have some sort of distinction too, which is great. It's not just you have 3 guys and then they're all background characters.
Yeah.
So
all the characters hold up on their own. You're right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
General consensus
that's
would we?
For, give props to Judd Apatow for doing that because he's really good at giving everybody kind of their own feel and personality. So
definitely,
it's not
this
just
is early Apatow.
2 hours of fat kids improvising.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. General consensus, would we rewind it?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, I'm glad we all liked it. I'm glad we had a chance. This is a great finish to our summer movies. Although I have to say, out of the summer-themed movies, with the exception of Meatballs 3, it's been a pretty good summer, guys.
Yeah,
we
need to watch more shitty movies.
What's that?
We need to watch more shitty movies.
You want to watch Terror Tunes next, so...
And we did do
let's
Rockula
do
pretty
Tunes.
recently.
Yeah, we did do Rockula, so...
That was a while ago. That was when I was in fucking Massachusetts.
Yeah, true.
Well, you were just visiting.
Yeah, you're
right.
Yeah,
so...
But still.
Anywho.
Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for us on this episode. We're getting to the end of the tape. Michael, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was awesome.
Thank you.
Really
glad to having you, brother.
Have you here. We'll definitely have to have you back.
I'm totally down.
Anything you need to plug real quick? Any cheap plugs?
If you guys are not familiar with Uncle Tanuk.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. He's the best.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm a huge fan of his, and anytime I can, I try to get anybody and everybody to tune in on his stuff and kind
Quick
of
little
check it
thing
all
about
out.
him. He's originally from our neck of the woods, and he always talks about a haunted house called Spooky World. That place is literally like a mile down the road from where we are right now.
Oh yeah,
so,
that's awesome. I see all that stuff, and I'm like, where is that? And it's like,
man, yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah, man. His blog, man, his mixtapes it's
Oh,
great.
it's
It's
just
gold.
so good.
So So, dude, if you know, obviously you're up on the Instagram. So, if anybody wants to hit you up for VHS tape trading or anything like that, where are they gonna find you?
Tapes of Wrath.
Tapes of Wrath.
There you go, everybody.
Awesome.
Give them a good follow.
Yeah, definitely check them out. So, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to have you. Great movie. But that's gonna be it for this episode, episode 38. We watched Heavyweights, guys. I'm the Kevbot.
This is Dane Train.
And
Dover Hansen.
Thank you for listening. As always, be kind and rewind.